Hello everybody, welcome to another video about the Lord of the Rings LCG. I am Ryan, joined by Joseph, and we are back to playing our Thematic Saga campaign. Finally, only been about 10 months. Are you ready for this, Joseph?
I am very ready. Yeah, it's been a long time.
It has been a long time. Partly due to life, just being busy, Con of the Rings, lots of different things going on, and maybe also a little bit of break needed. That was something I learned from watching Wander and Took's campaign reflection, is they were glad they took a break in the middle.
This is kind of the natural break point. You get to the glorious part of the first half of Two Towers, then you come to the Marshes.
The exciting Marshes. Everybody's favorite bit of the book. So what happens at this part of the book? Just briefly.
I'm not good at brief, but most important thing is Gollum catches up to them. They have a fight, and Gollum becomes Smeagol and becomes their guide. And we got that represented in game terms here. Then they worked their way through the Marshes, which they would not be able to do if they didn't have Gollum. They see the dead things in the pools, and they hide from Nazgul a couple times. And they have lots of talks in the marsh. That's all I'll say. I'll keep it short.
Yeah, I remember it being quite a long bit. I think I got this far in the books. But the key thing, or the key problem, I think, for a thematic campaign is there's not a whole lot of characters to draw on when it comes to deck building.
There's exactly 3 characters.
Exactly, and we can't use one of them because he's an enemy. So we could have used the Smeagol hero if he was available, but he's not. So really we've got 2 characters who are actually there, which was Sam Gamgee and Frodo Baggins. And of course we have to use Frodo because he's the Saga hero.
So we have
what? Hero. So we've got 1 hero available. And at the time I built these decks, the Grey Wanderer contract was not out. And it wouldn't be massively thematic anyway to use it. And in fact, it's still not out, is it, now? It's just been spoiled. No. So in terms of deck building, this was quite a challenge. And
what have you got here?
Well, neither of these decks are particularly ally heavy. So I'll talk about your deck first, because I'm responsible for these. I think when we get to the next box, you're going to be the culprit for some of the decks again. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think there's 2 challenges in this one. One is figuring out how to actually beat it when you don't have a whole lot of heroes available. The other one is who can you even use, and they're interrelated. So I've gone for Sam, obviously, because we need to use him. And then for that deck you're playing, I went for Gildor and Glorian, because he's somebody they met on their travels, even though he's not here. He's influenced them. And Eristor, partly because he's also somebody they met at Rivendell, but also because he gives a lot of draw. And so that deck is a low curve deck that tries to draw lots of cards, or it does gradually. It usually decks itself, I think, by the end of the game. I've opened up my deck there. And it's just full of cheap cards. So it's got lots of readying, fast hitches, and Limbus. It's got a couple of Build a Pony, somebody Sam remembers. We've got Friend of Friends to boost up Sam and Frodo. It's kind of a Sam Tower deck, almost, because you want to put some Legacy Blades on him as well. Cram, get him ready, Song of Hope. And it's got a few bits and pieces from my deck. You've got Leaf Brooch in there. So it's not terribly complex. It's just a low curve, try to spam out as many cards as possible. And they're all 0 or 1 or 2. But one of the key thematic cards that works really well in this quest is the Hidden Way. And both decks are running 3 copies of this card, because there's tons of locations. So it almost always hits. We shouldn't count on my luck. I'm not going to say
knows the Hidden Way is
master. I want you to hear that voice again during this video, yeah? Do it again, please. But this card is really important, so I've gone for 3 copies in both decks, because if we can get that turn 1, boy does this quest get easier.
Yeah. We avoid the marsh, the mire token on that first location, and we avoid taking treacheries.
Yeah.
Or enemies, and we don't like them.
No, we don't. So your deck is designed to handle some of the questing, most of the combat. Eristor becomes a defender. Yeah. And this deck over here is comprised of other heroes they met on their journey at some point, who will have influenced them, or who they will remember. And it keys into the strategy I've developed here by, it's basically a variant of the lore control deck I like to play, but it just tries to control the amount of cards this deck or the quest puts out. As always, got the Hidden Way in this one too. Loads of draw. Got Gildor's Council, which I feel is thematic given that we're running Gildor here. And a lot of secrecy stuff. So the Shire folks are really good with this hero lineup. And then we can use Risk Some Light to figure out what we're going to get, hopefully as often as possible. And I've got Scout Ahead in both decks as well. And another card that I think is quite interesting here is Gather Information. Both decks are running this because of the burden that we get in this scenario. So I might as well read that burden now. It's this one, the Searching Eye. So it says the Searching Eye functions like a player card. Forced, after you draw this card, either exhaust each hero you control or reveal the top card of the encounter deck. So if you get this with Gather Information, it doesn't trigger. And your deck,
you add it to your hand.
You do, and your deck doesn't really want cards from Gather Information, but it does want this because it doesn't want to draw it. So often I'll find that if we can clear the Gather Information early, because we might not want to go past stage 1 in the beginning, because maybe we can't because we've got Golem to deal with, then we'll go and grab the Searching Eye, and then that's basically out of the game.
Right.
And both decks have a way of getting it out of their hand. This deck's also got victory display stuff, because there's some really bad cards in this, like the Nazgul and the Call of the Ring and the Golem Treachery and the Fell Light and just loads of horrible Hobbit killing stuff. Yeah, badness. My deck cannot do combat at all, but if you give it a Legacy Blade and it gets a fast hitch, then maybe Folko can ready up and kill the...
Whittle something down.
Yeah, the Groper, along with Frodo. So those are the decks. Just a reminder on the campaign where we are. We have got a few burdens. We've got this Overcome by Grief, which we got from Journey in the Dark. We've got Gandalf's Delay from all the way back in the Shire. I've forgotten the name of the quest now. It was so long ago. The first one. What's it called? Help me out. You've forgotten too. We'll remember later. And then we have got The Weight of the Ring, which came from Flight to the Ford.
Shadow of the Past.
Well done, Shadow of the Past. And we got Ill Fate, which came from Breaking of the Fellowship. And we've had 2 good bits of luck in this campaign. We got rid of a burden in Breaking of the Fellowship. We got rid of, I think it was Driven by Shadow, the one that makes them do an attack. We got rid of that one.
Bad.
And we also avoided Poison Councils at Helm's Deep because we had the tightest game of Lord of the Rings ever, I think. Which did cost us one of our boons. We had to use Leaf Wrap Lembus, but we've still got the File of Galadriel. We've got Noble Hero, because that's a permanent on Sam, and we've got the old Bogey
Everybody had to have a snack at the 11th hour.
They did, yeah, to survive. And then we got Ho Tom Bombadil as well,
right.
Which we're not going to use. You'll hopefully just discard that in the beginning.
Right.
And that is about it, I think. So shall we move on to the quest?
I have to mention that we start at the Emyn Muil, everyone's favorite location.
Oh, but
in the books.
That's not represented really in the quest, is it?
Not really. That's where they start after Breaking of the Fellowship, and then they meet Gollum and go to the Dead Marshes.
Some people like that quest.
Yep. All right, I'm ready for a go.
All right, so what do we do? Let's have a look at the campaign card. So
first, should we draw our hands?
Yeah, okay, let's do that. So you go first then, because you're the first player.
So it's only 5, right?
It is, yeah. And in terms of what we're looking for, we want to see a copy of Hidden Way between us. So I should probably do mine at the same time. And then we can make a decision. Right? So I'll draw my 5-2. I don't have anything control-y, so I think I'm going to mulligan this. I've got Fellowship of the Ring, which is good for this quest, but everything else is not great. What about you?
I'm not super excited. I have a Gather Info, which is really good, but I have no real power-ups. I have healing, but nothing else. There is 3 0-cost cards, and that's good to see to start with. But I'm tempted to mulligan. You okay with that?
Yeah, because you're going to get another, 3 cards from Eristor and a card from Bilbo as well, plus your normal draw, so you get a ton of stuff. So I'll mulligan 2. That's probably going to draw me 6, so I'm going to do it manually. I'm just redoing my hand before I look at yours a second. Draw 5. Okay, let's have a look at what you've got then. So you got Rosie, that's pretty good.
Yeah. This is okay.
Yeah.
It's a higher cost hand, but...
There's a Woodman's Clearing. I've got a tiny image for this. I should update it, but it's goes on a location, and when attached location leaves players an explored location, the first player reduces his threat by 3.
Very helpful for me. But for you too, it's to stay in secrecy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm stuck with this.
I like Rosie initially because she's going to help us deal with Gollum. That's quite good. Okay, well, I've got Risk Some Light, which is really nice. I've got Good Meal, and I do have Gilder's Counsel, so I can do that first turn with Good Meal, and we will get one less card. Hidden Way would be more ideal.
Hopefully we draw one.
Yeah, let's see. The other thing I forgot to mention is that we're using Mountain of Fire Frodo, because that plan and action is really useful up until the point where the Weight of the Ring comes out.
We don't want to use it if we have no... it's dangerous because the Nazguls come down if we have it exhausted, so it's always some risk.
Yeah. But it's worth it. In my opinion. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, so we've got Passage of the Marshes, The Lord of the Rings Part 10. You're playing campaign mode. Setup. Each player shuffles one copy of the Searching Eye into his deck. Remove each burden with the following burden set icons from the encounter deck in each player's deck. So it's the ones from Helm's Deep and Road to Isengard. And we didn't take the one from Road to Isengard, did we, anyway? So that wouldn't matter. But they're on the Aragorn side of things. So we each shuffle that treachery in. And then some flavor text here.
It's pointing out that as the eye back, so we know when it comes up.
Oh, yeah.
Octagon.
And it says, it's that Gollum, snakes and adders, and to think that I thought that we'd puzzle him with our bit of a climb. Look at him like a nasty crawling spider on a wall. Sam Gamgee, The Two Towers. So we've got the Taming of Smeagol, 1A. Frodo and Sam left the Fellowship above the falls of Rauros and crossed the great river to climb the Emyn Muil upon the eastern shore. After days of wandering through that maze of rocky crags, they have finally reached the edge of the dead marshes, only to discover that Gollum is following them. Setup. Put Gollum into play, engage with the first player. Each player searches the encounter deck for one location, reveals it, and adds it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. So I'll read Gollum, while you search for those. So Gollum is a 30 engagement cost enemy, 2 threat, 2 attack, 2 defense, 5 health. Immune to non-fellowship player card effects. Gollum engages the first player. And forced. After Gollum engages the first player during the refresh phase, he makes an immediate attack. So when he moves over to me, he might attack me. And forced. When Gollum is defeated, flip him to Smeagol and exhaust Smeagol. And you need to be careful with Smeagol in this quest, because there are some things that can cause him to flip and turn into Gollum again, but we also need him to travel to locations.
Right.
And we've got 2 locations here, so I think when we've practiced this, we take these 2. A couple of reasons why. There is a wimpy one, but it's got Surge on it. There's a 1-threater. Yeah, and if you reveal it, you get another card, so it's a bit dangerous, not worth it. But the other reason is because you don't need Smeagol to travel to either of these. They've both got a travel cost. Each player must raise his threat by 1 to travel here. So ideally we go there first, and then there second. I mean, ideally we flip Gollum first turn, but there's no guarantee we will. Yeah. So this first one is Evil Smelling Fens, 3 threat, 4 progress. Mire 3, and I'll say what that does in a minute. Force. When Evil Smelling Fens is discarded by the Mire keyword, deal 1 damage to each character. That's bad. Travel. Each player must raise his threat by 1 to travel here. And then the Soft Mires, this is what I always take in solo. 2 threat, 4 progress. Mire 1. Forced. When Soft Mires is discarded by the Mire keyword, the first player reveals the top card of the encounter deck and travel. Each player must raise his threat by 1 to travel here. So this Mire keyword, you put tokens on these locations at the end of the round if they're in the staging area. And then when they've got tokens...
That's my challenge for the game, to remember all those.
Good luck. When they've got tokens equal to their value, they get discarded, and that forced effect goes off. But notice these have got victory points, because if you've not played this quest, you're trying to actually put at least 4 of these, I think, in the victory display you need when you're at stage 2 to progress. Yeah. And then at the end of the game, they all come back and go into the encounter deck, so you get a really location-heavy encounter deck, which is perfect for the Hidden Way, you might say.
That's not bad for us.
Yes. And I think that's it. All right, so I read all that stuff. We're ready to go. So 1B.
Stage 1B.
6 progress tokens. Things would have gone ill with Sam if he had been alone, but Frodo sprang up and drew Sting from its sheath, the 2 towers. The players cannot advance unless the first player controls Smeagol, and forced, after a player declares any number of attackers against Gollum, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Gollum gets +X defense for this attack, where X is the discarded card's threat. And that is why having a Scryan deck is also very good in this quest, because you can hopefully figure out if you can kill him or not on the first turn.
Because he can get up to a 6 defense.
And the other nice thing is that when Golem engages you on the first turn, you get to trigger Sam, and it lasts till the end of the round.
Right.
I'm confident it does because the stupid treacheries last until the end of the round if they're triggered in setup.
Designers can't have it both ways.
Nuh-uh. All right, let's go. So don't
right.
forget, you get an extra card from Bilbo.
I get 3 from Aristor and 1 from Bilbo. So 10 card hand.
Plus your Hoton Bombadil.
That's right. 11 cards. All right, now it's all about resource management on this first turn. I got good meals, and I'm just going to put them mostly on you, but I might put 1 on Frodo. What do you say?
You could.
Do you want it?
That's for Frodo's intuition, yeah?
Right.
Are you going to spend his resources turn? I guess you probably will on Friend of Friends.
Wouldn't mind. But happy to put it wherever you want, but I know it's kind of for you.
Well, the other thing we could think about is using the bogey stories to try and find Hidden Way.
That's a good call.
So if you maybe figure out what you want to play, like what's I know you want to play that up there because you'll probably want to lower your threat next turn.
I'm going to give Sam a resource so I can play Rosie. Actually, I don't even need to do that. Let's not do that yet because I have 2 leaderships already.
Well, what we could do as well is we don't have to do Hidden Way because I've got Gildor's Council and I can definitely play it. So we could risk some light and see what we're going to be up against, and then you could figure out whether or not there's anything you want to prioritize.
Okay, you want to do risk some light now then?
All right, here we go then. So we look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. We can put 1 on the bottom and return any unselected cards to the top of the encounter deck in any order. So which one of those do we want? Maybe the enemy is the least bad one.
True.
And that doesn't have a shadow effect, so that could be Golem's shadow card. And that could be the discard if you can somehow kill
defense.
him. Yeah.
I'll need 8 to kill him. It's possible. Okay.
And then we'll be questing up against 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
So can we equal it? I'll quest for 5.
You have 5. Can I do 3 and still kill him? I'm not sure.
I could get to 6 with the bounder. So I could play that and still do
2
Gildor's.
I just throw Frodo in, I guess. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I can at least put some damage on him. I think I kind of want to do the old bogey stories, see what I come up with.
What have you got left to play here? You could play the Dunedain Mark for 1 attack.
That would be good.
On Sam, so that would be 3. And then
I could play Friend of Friends with Frodo's resource.
6, 7. What do you need to kill him? 8.
Yeah.
So you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And quest with Rosie.
Quest with Rosie and take it undefended, and we know the shadow card.
Yeah, that's
so. We're exploring the marshes.
Control, so that means I can use the 1 ring to give myself a resource to put Dunedain Mark, which temporarily puts them up to 3 attack.
Yeah, we know there's no risk to using that this turn.
I guess I should put the cloak out while I have it, huh?
Yeah, or you could have played the Errand Rider and stole Frodo's resource, maybe. But it's not essential.
That's true.
Shame we can't play another one. Oh, you can play another one then. We do have another location.
Can.
Ah.
I guess I'll just save.
Yeah, and you can still play Friend of Friends.
Yeah. There. 7 cards to play. Or 8.
Awesome.
Alright, I'm done fiddling around here.
Well, since he doesn't have a resource, I'm going to give him a good meal, so I can use Frodo's Intuition next turn. And I'll draw 4 cards. And then I will play this Bounder, who I cannot use yet, but he will quest for 1. And that will be all. So, quest phase.
Alright.
I will use Good Meal, funnily enough, which I cannot get rid of because it's yours, so I'll get rid of it now. and then play Gildor's Council, so we only reveal one card. And we know exactly what that is. So just to check my maths, we're going to be questing up against 8 threat. And I will quest for 2, 4, 5, 6. You've got 2. So taste the 8.
Yep.
Oh, didn't see those dead things coming.
I'm going to use Frodo as dead just because.
Okay.
And Dead Things pops out. 8 to 8.
Sounds good.
And then we travel to the Soft Mires.
Yes. So we have to raise our threat
Raise
by
our
1.
threat by 1. Gollum attacks me with this shadow card that we have selected for him. I take undefended. Now, I could put 2 on Gildor because Aristor is my defender. Then if this evil-smelling bog ever burps its smells out, Aristor would die. So I think... Gildor. So I think I'll put it on Aristor, even though he's my defender. I hope for some healing at some point. So he attacks 2 damage, and then I hit back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is the card we discard, giving him 3 defense, and he is flipped and exhausted.
Beautiful. You had 1 more than you needed as well.
Yeah, I switched from Frodo to Rosie for questing, which gives me 1 leap.
Perfect. And then not much else to do, I think. That's the end of the round, so the evil smelling friends get the Mire token, and that's going to be it.
That was a fairly successful first round, I would say.
Don't jinx it now, my friend.
I'll pass control of all these goodies to you.
I've got that good meal. There we go. Okay, so I get the Bilbo draw this turn. And I have drawn Henemarth and a Hidden Way. So that Hidden Way could be done. We put that Soft Mires back in the staging area. Bit trolly, but you'd get the -3, which I'm sure you wouldn't be.
Okay with that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be too bothered about it. Oh, what did you get? So you got some healing, that's good. Build pony, that's good. I'm thinking Frodo's Intuition. I don't have anything to use his resource on, though, so...
I can let you draw a card if you want.
Do you need the ring this turn?
Nope.
We want to be a little bit careful about using that, don't we, in case a Nazgul comes out.
I could just... yeah. If we don't have control, it's very dangerous.
Let's use this then, because that's much safer. So I play one of these for free, and all my heroes get +1 willpower, and I'll draw 4 cards.
Pretty good.
Okay, so I either exhaust each hero I control or reveal the top card of the encounter deck. I guess we do the reveal because I'll be losing a ton of willpower.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the first time this has happened in all our games of this so far.
I think it happened 1 time to me. But at least it's
Maybe
out
10
there
months
now.
ago.
Yeah. So Candlebearer for 3. So we've got 9 threat in the staging area. So I reckon we probably need to do Hidden Way this turn now that that's happened.
Sounds good to me.
The other thing we could do is an Out of the Wild. I'm not in secrecy, though.
Maybe snag one of those Candlebearer, or the Nazgul out of the deck. You need to get back to secrecy, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I'll play Henemarth. And I think I'll play this again.
Why don't I let you draw a card just in case you pull a Sheriff Oak?
Okay, if you don't need it. Thanks.
I don't need this. Sure.
Burning Brand.
Nope.
Be good for Aristor. I'm thinking Hidden Way. I have a lot of questing power because of Frodo's Intuition, so we should make use of that, really. These guys are all 3, and he's a 3. So even though I want to lower my threat from that Woodman's Clearing, I think if we put it back and we'll take 1 less card, it's probably better, isn't it?
Probably.
Or we try and quest through it, I lower my threat, and then we do an Out of the Wild. What were you
We have 9 so far. If we'd reveal 5 more,
I can quest for
14.
12.
We need to quest 14.
I can quest for 12, no problem.
I can do 7.
It's going to be one of those games, isn't it, where we're like, what should we do?
Nail
So we
biter.
could do 19. We'd be up by 10.
We could reveal 6 and be okay.
Yeah. Could you have Rosie available as well?
Yeah.
So we might get away with it. Okay,
Alright.
I'll leave it there then. We can always come back to it in a second.
You done planning?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll put out Build a Pony. And a little bit of healing.
Well, I'll tell you what, actually. I'm going to play... no, I'm not. I'm going to hold it. I want to use the ring to gain a resource and play Burning Brand, but it's too risky. And then I can play that out of the wild. I feel like having Burning Brand is going to be better in case you need to defend something. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Done?
Done.
Okay, so I'll use this at the end of the planning phase if we're going to do Hidden Way. You think we can quest through?
I think we can.
All right, I'll hold it then. I'll
But
quest with everything. 1,
Could be a
2.
game-breaking decision.
I've got 13.
I got 8.
So
With Rosie available.
21 against 9.
Here we go.
Okay, so
That's good.
Myers for 2. Oh, yeah. That pulls is bad, though, isn't it?
It is very bad.
It's only a 3. I'll just read it out. So it's 7 progress, Mire 5, 4. So when stagnant pools is discarded by the Mire keyword, each player must raise his threat by 5. And stagnant pools gets +1 threat for each Mire token on it. Travel exhausts Smeagol to travel here. So I didn't quest with Smeagol just in case something like that came up.
Nice.
But I feel like we're not going to be going there anyway. So we got 7 progress. So we've actually gone through.
Nice.
It's pretty crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5,
Oh,
6,
no, we
7.
haven't. Sorry, I forgot about the active location. 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to be putting victory cards down here just so we have to keep an eye on them.
Okay. And then we've got another turn on that Myers, but you won't get the threat reduction. That's the trouble with it. But that deal 1 damage is pretty terrible.
I'm okay going to the Smelling Fens and letting this pop to your choice.
The Myers. First player.
I'm okay
top
going.
party.
Yeah.
So when does that trigger, that Mire keyword? So it's the end of the refresh phase, so we can look at it with Henemarth. Not that that'll help us, really. Okay, let's do that then, because then you'll get some threat reduction.
So raise our threat. And then I could put a chip in this dead thing, but it would damage me. Probably shouldn't take it.
What can you do to it? You've got 2, 3, 4.
2 damage.
Yeah.
No, I'd have actually 5. I have 3 damage on it.
It'd be good to get a threat out of there, but you could wait a turn, and then I won't have as much willpower next turn. That's the only thing.
Right.
I had a lot that turn.
What's that?
I had a lot that turn because of that card, Frodo's Intuition. Sorry.
If I'm engaged with it, I can't reduce my threat, so I can't really take it.
Okay. Well, you could take it, and I could play that next turn, and we get 1 less card, and we clear it.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
All right.
Comes down. Ready up, Sam. He's now 3 attack. Take a shadow effect. 3 defense, 4 attack, 1 damage, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 3 damage.
How I wish I had an attack boost for you.
All right, now we're going to go to the refresh phase, and this soft mire is going to.
Okay, I'll control R then, yeah. So that one pops.
Turns into a another enemy. So if we get a lot of enemies, this becomes very difficult.
Yeah, but they do have +3 engagement.
That's right.
So there's some time available, a little bit of time.
All right, I'll discard my hand.
What we really want is a side quest. So you get another card from Bilbo.
Fast hitch, that's good. And Lembas. This is good.
Yeah, that's good. And the warning.
Alright.
I got a scroll of Isildur.
I have Hidden Way. I kind of don't want to waste it, but I can't do everything I want to and play Hidden Way. You okay with me throwing Hidden Way?
Yeah,
okay.
I've got one, so I think we'll be alright. I think you need the healing and the readying more.
Yeah.
The issue this turn will be the willpower, I think.
Yeah.
What I could do... Let's have a look at this. So I need to play a Hidden Way, so I need a good meal for that. So I'm still in Secrecy, so I'm going to go for a Resourceful. Shame I couldn't spend Frodo's resources on that. And then I will go for Out of the Wild. So we can look at the top 5 cards and put one in the victory display. Ooh, there's some tasty choices there.
Mm-hmm.
So this Fell... Yeah, that Fell Light is not good. But that one is Call of the Rings quite terrible. So you have to search the encounter deck discard upon victory display for a Nazgul enemy and add it to the staging area. Or exhaust the one ring. So I think that one...
Okay.
This one's not good either, this Fell Light.
Yeah, another enemy is really bad. And they all make this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Done?
Choice done? Alright, shuffle in.
I think that's bad, that one. It is terrible.
I know it's bad, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's either a Nazgul or exhausting the one ring and then maybe get a Nazgul and get killed.
Right.
Then I'll go for this.
You got fuzzy all of a sudden. Your sound's crapping out.
How's that?
Better, thanks.
Okay. So
you got low voice syndrome again.
Oh, have I? I'll just try one thing. I'll just try restarting Discord a second. Do I still have it?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, let me tug this mic out. Maybe there's something wrong with the microphone. What about now?
Still bad.
Okay, one sec.
Sorry, peoples.
What about now?
All better, thank you.
Thank goodness. So there must be something wrong with the USB port. Because
that could be.
Devil Ryan's gone back in his box. Alright, so we were just about to Hidden Way, so let's get on with that. So good meal. That's one of yours, so I'll just take control of it. Get rid of it. This is a Joseph meal. A wholesome meal. So we'll do a Hidden Way.
Fried eggs.
Yeah, look, there's some good locations to go to.
No choice, right?
Nope, not really.
Soft Myers.
And then we get one card. And I can tell you what that's going to be.
All right.
Another
enemy. Too many enemies.
Yeah, we want to keep killing them, don't we? So hopefully we can start turning them over. Well, what are we going to be against then?
16 in there.
16, okay. That's
a lot. A quest for 20. Oh my goodness.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6. Do we need Smeagol this turn? I don't think we do, because we're probably going to be going to the Fens.
Smelling. Mm-hmm. So that's 2, 4.
Yeah, he's not. He's only 2.
8, 9, 10, 11.
I think we're
13,
up by,
14.
I think we're up by 4, so we're going to clear that location.
Yeah.
14 plus my 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's 20. Oh, no, sorry, 6. Yeah, we're clearing it perfectly.
And I believe I can still kill the dead thing. All right. So 20 to 16. 4 progress.
Mm-hmm.
There's no mystery in this game.
That's what it means to be careful in this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then go to the fens.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get to lower my threat, but there's nothing we can do about it. We don't want to deal 1 damage to everybody, do we?
Not really.
That's getting worse, so we definitely want to go there next turn, but we can't go there this turn because we use Smeagol.
Dead things gets that unknown shadow card. I defend.
Is there a store of 4 now?
Yes, yes.
Good. And that's a great shadow card.
Yeah, goodbye. Way to the ring. And then I'm going to Lumbus, heal to 2 instead of 3. And then fast hitch. Then I have 4 attack. Killing this thing.
Lovely.
Finally turning some enemies over at least. That's good. And then we get Meyer at the end of the turn, which raises at 5.
But that is it, isn't it?
That's it.
Okay, I really want to do Peace and Thought, but I don't think we can afford it. So
Probably
did
not.
Did you take the extra card from Bilbo that turn? Hope you did.
Pretty sure I did.
Okay. I've got Daron's Runes, which is good because that's essentially card advantage when you've got Searching Eye in your hand. So I'm going to play that immediately.
Yeah.
Draw 2 and discard Searching Eye. Now, I've got a couple of Heed the Dreams, so I could go and find some control. Depends what you get.
I am waiting for Octagon.
Yeah, it says turn 5. Seems like we're getting some bugs here. Just going back to see what round we're actually on. Because we should be on 4. Turn 4. Oh, did we make a mistake on the turns?
I don't think we ever double turn.
This should be turn 4 then for some reason.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're a first player.
Yeah, but it says turn 5 in the log.
Go ahead and take your turn. I'm waiting for Octagon to remember that I'm here.
Well, all I've got is Heed the Dreams, so I suppose what I'll do is play one of them and see if I can grab something useful.
Okay.
Well, I've gathered information, which is good. I've got Mithrandir's Advice, which would be really good for me to get some more cards. Fast Hitch is always good here for Rosie. Sort of tempted on Mithrandir's, though. What do you think?
Rosie would be real nice, but that's a hard one.
I'm going to take the draw, because it turns 1 card into 3. And I'll just play that immediately. So I'll draw 3 cards. I think I should have got an extra... I don't think I got my Bilbo draw. Daron's Runes. Oh no. I got the Resourceful, I see. Okay, so I drew a Fast Hitch off that, so that was good. And I also drew a Shirefolk. So I'll go down by 4. How's your Octagon doing?
Totally frozen.
Weird. You want to try... Can you do anything? Can you play with any cards, or...?
Nope. It's still at the refresh phase for me. It's ridiculous.
Bad
news.
Yeah,
Hopefully
probably.
it'll just come back.
Okay, well, I'll just keep playing for a minute. Sketchiest run ever. I've got a Scout ahead, so I'll put that out. And I've got a Fast Hitch, so I'll give that to Rosie, I think. Quest and attack power. Or defense, or whatever you need.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
And then I'll go for this Heed the Dream. And I have a Gildors there, which would be great. Or Frodo's Intuition, which would be even better, so I'm going to take that. Love Heed the Dream. And then I'll play that. I'm just spamming out stuff and draw 4 cards. Another threat reduction card. It's a shame your thing's locked up, because my deck just went off.
You're going crazy.
Yeah, it really has gone off. Yeah, I think I'm probably done over here. I can't take control of Frodo either. Should we try pressing a key again, or if we press Control N again, maybe? Does anything happen?
I've opened my task manager to see what's going on. Everything looks normal on my computer, but it won't even... Now that I've minimized Octagon, I can't even maximize it again. I can't even look at my cards. If this kills our run, I'm going to be mad at... Oh. Whoa.
Is it back?
No.
Well, I think this video is going to be... It's going to be...
It's back.
Oh,
it's back.
Okay.
This is worse tension than the actual game.
Yeah. This blasted quest we've been trying to do for months, and Octagon just does not want to play ball.
I got a good hand too. This is great.
I've gone off over here. I don't remember what I've done, but I think I'm finished.
Looks beautiful.
The only thing that would be great is if you got a good meal there, but you don't. So no big deal.
They all have all sorts of other good stuff. Do you want me to put a fast hitch on Falco so you can kill stuff later, or should I just put it on Sam and make him a beast?
Or Frodo. I seem to remember we were doing it on him. But oh, do you mean Legacy Blade?
Well, fast hitch as well.
I don't need it yet, but I'll need one eventually. So I feel like we've had 3 of those Woodlands clearings, but I think that's the 3rd one on there. Yeah. I would put it on Sam or Frodo because Falco doesn't need it yet.
Okay.
I can't take anything down to defend
I'm going to put it on Frodo because if we get that way to the ring...
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't help the way to the ring. But that's what helps.
Well, what we can do, actually, I just realised I can play Gildo's Council if we do this and make sure there's nothing bad that punishes us for exhausting the ring.
That's good. Look at the top 3. Oh,
whoa. So that fell light will be a peril for me. What is the topmost undead enemy? Well, I can't do that.
I just killed.
It's going to kill me. It's going to wreck me. Right. So that Nazgul is not what we want. So looks like we're taking a Haunted Mere for a 4.
Okay. So we'll basically get rid of this, play this, which will surge into this.
No. Put that one behind that one. So that will be a shadow card that we can cancel. Because that essentially surges. And now what I can do is I can use this and get a resource here so I can play the Gildo's Council.
I'm still flustered from my Octagon.
Are you?
Your death experience. So put Fell Light at the bottom.
Yes. And I have a lot more willpower this turn. So we might even be able to clear Scout ahead.
That'd be great, because then these Legacy Blades would start doing work. So I'll just put this back on top of the counter deck for now. How much do we need to quest for is the question. We're going to have 18 in staging, so we need to do 22 to clear the location. 26. Clear the Scout ahead.
Can we do it? Can you kill something as well this turn?
If we clear Scout ahead, I'll have 6 with Sam and Rosie. Bill, the pony, would give me 7. But I don't have a lot of willpower.
Well, I've got what we up against here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 18 in there. Yikes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe a questy turn then. I need to play this Gildors before we do anything else. Otherwise it's illegal. So I'll play that now. You're only taking the 1 card. I've quested for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keeping up Smeagol so we can travel to one of these.
Frodo isn't really 3, is he?
Yes, he is, because I played Frodo's Intuition.
Okay, great.
So I've got 12. What have you got?
So far, I have 4, 7, 9.
So that's
21.
So we're only making 3.
Okay. So that's the only way I can kill an enemy, so I'll just have to throw in more.
Okay.
And not take enemy. So here's another 3.
So that's up by 6.
And then I can Rosie and we have 4.
Awesome. Oops. So we've cleared that. All the tension has gone away. The tension seems to be which one of us is going to explode first. Which computer is going to stop the Thematic Saga from progressing. It's been a year. Stop this. I get to lower my threat by 3, don't I? I really do not need any more threat reduction. I've come down. I'm at 10 now.
Goodness.
So we get to look at 6 cards, and this is going to slow this video down even more. But hopefully people will be working out with something. Slow. Yeah. So they need a lot of material to watch. Well, that's a lot of junk, isn't it? What
lot of
about
treacheries.
Yeah, that we could take out that Call of the Ring again, and that's essentially out of the game. The other one is that Bitter Reek, but that's a little bit more controllable, I feel. So I'm sort of tempted on that. And that card is
Good by me.
out of the game then.
Yeah. Which makes Nazgul's a little less threatening.
There's only 2 copies of that in there.
And then, what do we want to do for next turn?
Well, we don't have a side quest. If we did, it would be great if those were going on it. So we probably...
Right.
I feel like we don't want those, but there's Surge and Doom 1, so you could set one up as a shadow card maybe.
Right.
That thing isn't too bad if you can get away with the damage.
Right, if I just quest with Gildor and Sam, it's just 2 damage.
Yeah, or even I could even take it, depending on what we want to do. So there's a lot of threat in here. I guess we want to travel there this turn because it's getting terrible, isn't it?
It's getting crazy.
And whether you could take an enemy down and defend it, I don't think you can you? Because the dead things
I don't want to be defending for 2, so it's not safe.
But you don't want to take the damage. I suppose you got... What I'm thinking is you could take this, and you know the shadow card, blank.
That's true.
You know you'll survive.
Yeah?
But you can't lower your threat next turn to that. So that's a little bit...
Probably want to see this next turn, but if we do, it'll pop, or the Haunted Mirror will pop.
What is that one? So the first player reveals top card on the encounter deck, and that one is search the encounter deck and discard card for an undead enemy, reveal it, and add it to the staging area. You don't have any cards, do you? So we don't know if we're going to be hidden weighing or not, either.
Right.
Well, what do we want to reveal next turn? Let's decide that. So probably this, because we feel like it's the easiest one.
Okay.
And
So that's a good one.
Probably not that, because we've got tons of enemies already.
Yeah.
So got
But
to be
then
the
it's
Myers,
this,
isn't it?
basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are Surge and Doom ones, so there's just no point in putting them there.
Right, so we can put that next for a shadow card.
Yep.
I'll take it next turn if I can. If we can muster the willpower to get around to do it.
Yep.
And then I guess we'll just put these here. The other question is, when are we going to go through to stage 2? Nothing. We don't have to reveal anything unless there's not enough locations at stage 2, right? So we won't have to shuffle the encounter deck.
No.
Okay.
And we will have 2 locations in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because there'll be that one and that one next turn when we go through, and then we'll travel to one of them.
So if we reveal these 2 next turn, this is a shadow card, and then if we can do a Gildor's Council, only reveal this and get around this
Sounds good.
other Surge Doom 1. That's probably as far ahead as we can really see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And this will be me with the Bitter Reek.
Yeah, next turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we exhaust Smeagol to go to the stinky, stinky pools, and turn done.
Got there eventually. Longest turn ever. Multiple blow-ups. Now mine's blown up.
Ah, no! Let me
So
ponderously take my turn to give
How
your...
did you fix it? How did you fix that?
I just derped around for a while until it stopped.
What's new?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's
All
got
right,
put my threat up. That's a bit weird. I'm just going to draw a card then and just carry on. Because I can interact with it. So I'll just play that
I see
way.
you doing stuff here. More attack power. On Sam. I can let you draw a card if you like.
Yeah, 1 sec. I'm just passing control of these to you. I don't have much to do. I've got a fast hitch, which would be good. Thank you. Freddy's intuition. So that's good for next turn. Yeah, I might.
We know we don't. The ring won't hurt next turn, so I can use that power, right?
Yes, it's not going to hurt us this turn, is it? That's what you mean, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
So is that those dead things are still not coming down? They're 1 threat away.
Right.
They're 35.
I think I can kill it this.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So how much willpower do we need? Or do you have any control this turn?
I do have it available because I've got a Scroll of Isildur. So,
Great.
but we did look at the cards and we know what we wanted, because one was a
Oh, yeah.
location and one's that treachery that's going to do 2 damage to you, or however much damage.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm done here.
Okay. Any chance you could play that brooch
Oh,
on
yes,
me?
I can get.
Yeah, thanks, because now I can get a free event. Which is going to be Daron's runes. But it will be useful
Woohoo!
in future turns, I hope. So I'll play that and draw 2. A scroll and an Out of the Wild. I reckon at this point, I probably don't need this other resourceful. They're always good. Or that Peace and Thought. Draw is obviously amazing, but I've got this Frozen Intuition, so I'm actually going to do Peace and
And
Thought.
I can feed you draw 2.
Yeah, I think I can't afford to do that, really.
It's a momentous occasion. You're throwing away card draw.
I know. I feel like we don't need any control this turn because we know what we're doing. So we just want to figure out our willpower. I'm going to be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do.
Ooh, that's a 7 progress point. We have 13, so we need 20.
Plus the 2
So I
we're
need to do
revealing.
13.
There's 2 more coming
Ugh.
out, so we're 9.
All right.
So we need
So we
11
do 20.
progress. I think. Did I miscalculate?
This is 7.
Yep.
Plus the 2 we're revealing.
Yep.
In the staging area, we have 3, 6, 9, 13,
So
so
20.
15, so we need 22.
22. Oh, okay. I can't count.
And you have 7?
Yes. Sorry.
So I can take all the damage, because I'm going to have to quest with pretty much everybody. Or we could use the Halfling Bounder to cancel that, although it's peril, so we can't. Excellent.
Or I can do Guildors and we just get 1 card, so we don't get that other location.
Right, that helps us.
Why don't we do that? Change our plan a little bit.
All right, I'm good with that.
Okay.
So we only need a quest for 20, which means I need to go for 13, and I'm going to get damage galore.
Okay. Well, I'll...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9.
Oh, I can still play some cards, so I haven't actually planned. So
Okay.
I've got a fast hitch here. Who's the best target for that right now? Sam? Rosie?
Rosie can't really do more than twice, so...
Well, she can do
Actually,
combat
she can. She can
and
quest.
quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so have that. And that'll be it. So then we'll go to the quest phase. I'll use this to play Guildor's Council, which goes on the bottom of my deck, so we only get 1 card. We know what it is. It's a treachery. Goes for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So I need to do 13.
13, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14.
Okay. So 1 progress on the main quest. No big deal.
Your audio is getting all chunky again.
Again? What?
Again! You sounded good when you yelled.
What about now?
Sounds good.
Okay. I just turned the mic on and off. So
Go figure.
yeah.
All right, so that's our 4th location in the Victor display. For whatever that's worth. I reduced my threat by 3. And we can exhaust Smeagol to go to this haunted mirror and nothing blows up. I can take a dead thing.
Okay.
Ready up Sam. Shadow card. I don't remember what the shadow card is. I think it's blank. 4 to 4. Raise your threat.
You can
Cancel that.
Yeah, so it makes no difference.
Ready Rosie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think Sam's a little bit
And-
more. I think Sam's a
Oh yeah, he has that. And I have
because he's got
Frodo, so he's
2.
dead.
He's got 2 marks and a legacy blade, so he's currently native 4, and he would have got +1 when he readied.
Right, so very dead.
He's a samurai.
Right.
Okay, now for our next octagon blow up. Here goes nothing.
It worked
I've readied.
for me.
Worked for me too. Okay, so I draw an extra card from Bilbo. Could you pass me Frodo and Smeagol?
I just pass control.
Oh, thank you.
Lawyers.
Right, so there's a couple of options. The first thing I'm going to do is play this scroll. Now, I seem to remember we stacked up a bunch of those surgy little treacheries, and we don't really want to reveal them, I feel.
Rather not.
So I do have Out of the Wild here.
So I could put them on a side quest, but I don't really want the doom, so might as well.
Well, it wouldn't bother me that much, to be honest. If you wanted to gather info and grab that horrible treachery out of your deck, it's a great time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then push through next turn and probably clean it up.
Sounds good.
All right. So I think they're going to surge into each other. I think.
I think so.
So I guess we want to be a bit careful about using the ring because we don't. I can't remember what.
We haven't seen any
was.
Nazguls yet.
Yeah, so I'm going to good meal Frodo so that I can use that immediately to play this and draw 4. Okay, there's a resource there. For Fellowship of the Ring, that would be great to play. So I haven't played an event yet, which means my first one is free. So I'm going to do Mithrandir's Advice and draw another 3. I can be trigger happy because I don't need to worry about that treachery anymore. So they've all got +1 this turn. He's now no Friend of Friends out yet, is there? No. Oh,
I have one in my hand. So.
Okay, so he's a 4 effectively now. And I've got tons of options. So you're going to play Gather Info, yeah? And we've only got 6 in the staging area. So I can do all the questing and you could kill whatever you want, really.
I like that.
Yeah. I feel like I might need to fast stitch Folko at some point, so
Sounds good.
might do that now. Lame. I want to play Fellowship of the Ring, but exhausting the One Ring is risky. You don't have a way to move a resource, do you? Yeah.
I could draw myself a card and see if I could get a Errand Rider. We'll do that. Fail.
Well, it's a dead card, so why not? Shall I risk it? I can play Gildors.
Do it.
Dum 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 dum. This is a huge boost, though.
Yeah.
That's huge. So that will probably see us through. And I think that might be it. Let me just double check that I do have a Gildors in my discard pile. I do, so we are fine. But I cannot actually play it if I play that fast stitch. So let me take that back. I'm done.
Alright, I'll play out some side quests since they're in my hand. I'll put Friend of Friends on Sam. And he is approaching beast mode here. And Lembas. Would you like one of your heroes?
Nah, go for Aristor.
Okay. Done.
All right, quest. So Gildors.
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go. So I use this. Put it back on the bottom of my deck. Pay 3 for it. It's gone. And we get 1 card, so I guess I'll just quest for a lot and hope I don't get boomed. I've got 5, 9, 13, 16, 17.
I can throw in 4 with Rosie with no detriment to my... And then Sam for 6, so there's 10.
So 17 plus your 10 is 27 against 6.
Here we go.
One
oh, yeah,
card.
put that on top. No.
19. Crushed.
5 here and 14 on gather info.
Okay, I'm going to go and grab
So
something.
much info has been gathered.
Out of my deck, I'll probably grab Gildors, I think.
Sounds good to me. That was pretty good. I was down to 18 cards in my deck and I hadn't seen the Searching Eye.
Which doesn't trigger. Mwahaha. Alright, so travel there?
Yeah.
Sounds good. You up for some
Ready to
fighting?
Oh, yeah. Candlebearer comes down. Ready Sam. He's 6 attack now by himself. Candlebearer attacks. No shadow. I'll discard friend or friends to boost myself 5. And no damage. And then 6, 7, 8, 9. Dead.
Crushed it, my friend.
Okay, discard the searching eye. End of the turn.
Okay, I didn't.
Hey, I
get
finally
my,
got that errand rider.
I didn't get my draw and resources again, so I'm just going to take that. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. And I'll pass you Frodo and all this stuff. Frodo didn't get a resource, so he needs one.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you. Falco with the Dunedain mark. Falco, the Phantom killer.
Menace.
He's going to be the Phantom Menace. He's going to be 5 attacks, so he'll be able to kill that hand when it comes out.
Would you like another leaf brooch?
Yeah, okay. Why not? If you got the resources spare. Give it to Bilbo? Yeah. Thanks. Well, this is going to be free. And I think I can do this now because we haven't seen a Nazgul yet. And we know one of these cards is a Sergi Doom thing, which we don't want.
Or 2. Yeah.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay, that's
No
an easy
Nazgul,
choice.
but
That's
this is
easy.
a bad deal. So
Yeah,
let's
that is a
do it.
bad deal. So it says, when revealed, either flip Smeagol to Gollum or Gollum makes an immediate attack. The first player may spend 1 fellowship resource and exhaust the 1 ring to cancel this effect. But we keep using the rings, so we don't want that.
Do you need the ring? I don't need it this turn. I can give you a resource from Errand Rider too, so
No,
I'd
not
rather
really.
keep the ring up.
I think we probably want to do some control this turn, maybe do a hidden way. Because
Sounds good.
if we get locations in the staging area, we want that for stage 2.
Mm-hmm.
And try and push through.
Sounds good.
All right. Then I probably won't do anything. I do have a fast hitch. Give it to Sam. Yeah. Hitching all the way. And I think I'll go for this resourceful. And I can still do hidden way. And I'm finished.
Good.
First
5.
phase, play this. Please don't whiff, please don't whiff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh! That was so close. Whew. That's a 7 progress one, though.
It's okay, we have what we need to get to it.
And don't forget your heroes are +1. I can see you've marked them up, actually, so no worries there. Got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 on my side. And in fact, let's
I
have a
have
look
easy
at the card.
15.
See the card. I can figure it out. Beautiful. That is beautiful. 3,
That
5,
is great.
8. So I'm up by 1 without anything from you, so let me know.
I put 15 in.
So that's 24. We're making 16 progress. Perfect. Just you can
Go to
take something
stage 2.
Yep, all good.
All
So
right,
we
so
clear that,
goes over here.
and then we put ample progress on there.
And then we go to stage 2.
Okay, we've got 2A across the marshes. Sorry. The hobbits soon found that what had looked like one vast fen was really an endless network of pools and soft mires and winding, half-strangled watercourses. Among these, a cunning iron foot could thread a wandering path, the 2 towers. When revealed, if the number of locations in the staging area is less than the number of players in the game, discard cards from the encounter deck until a location is discarded. Then add the discarded location to the staging area. We've got 2. We don't need to do that.
Perfect.
Alright, so 2B, 12 progress. Progress cannot be placed on locations in the staging area. The players cannot advance unless the first player controls Smeagol, and there are at least 4 locations in the victory display. Forced, at the end of the staging step, if the number of locations in the staging area is less than the number of players in the game, reveal the top card of the encounter deck. So we've got 6 in there, we'll be fine here. What we probably want to do is quest through and then try and scout ahead at some point as well to set up the final turn and then just power quest.
Crush it.
Yeah. Travel to one of those.
Maybe the soft mire so it doesn't
yeah,
blow up.
Yep, sounds good.
Which means we raise our threat.
Oh,
Take down a Candlebearer.
trying to go up, but it went down.
Sam readies. 4 to 5. Cancel the shadow. I do take 1 damage, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then.
Oh yeah, you've got remedy, not a warning.
7, 9. Easy.
He's definitely dead.
Very dead.
Next turn.
Feeling good about this.
You know what that means.
Gonna all go to
Draw an
crap
extra
here.
card from Bilbo. Ooh, look at this. Look at that hand. I don't need to do anything. I can just sit here and smirk. We got the hidden way, so I can play it. Hopefully get one.
Yeah, nice.
And that will put 2 locations in the staging area, and then we won't need to reveal the extra card. I'm going to go for Burning Brand on Bilbo. And I'll play Scroll of Isildur, sorry. And that will be it. Thank you.
More fast hitching.
Cannot get
I
enough.
don't even know who needs this.
Folko?
Time for Falco. And more snacks.
I would put them on Aristor, to be honest.
He has so much, though, doesn't
But
he?
you got the defensive readying. Yeah, I haven't needed
He
it.
has 3 readies on him right now. I'm going to put it on Gildor just for extra kill.
Okay.
Or you if you want.
Now I'm alright.
Okay.
Quest phase?
Yep.
Fingers crossed, otherwise we might be in trouble.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No!
We've drained it of cards, that's why.
Yeah, there's a lot of enemies in there.
Yeah, okay, we're probably going to get one of them this turn. Luckily the ring's not exhausted, so we could hide from it if we want to.
Should we quest on this just to make sure we don't go through ahead if we overquest? What do you think?
No, I'm sort of tempted to go on that, just to... Because it just keeps spitting out cards if you don't go through in a turn.
Sure.
So I've got...
I'm at 36. There's only 1 enemy that will automatically engage me, I believe, so that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I got 3. I think Frodo's a 4 now. +1 from Fellowship, +1 from Friend of Friends. So I've got a 7, 8, 9, 10. Up against
I have
3.
an easy 14.
That's 24 against 3. Put that Bounder in for 1. May as well put Henemarth in for 1. Even if he dies, I've got a second copy somewhere. I'm keeping Bilbo up for defense in case I need it, since we don't know what's coming. Same for Smeagol for traveling. So we've got 26 to 3. Pretty good.
Seems good.
All right.
Shuffle the encounter deck for good luck.
Okay. Peril. When revealed, put the topmost undead enemy in the encounter discard part into play engage with you. Each undead enemy engaged with you makes an immediate attack. Boom.
Yeah. Because if we go through, then you'd be stuck with 2 enemies, and that would...
Okay. And the Morgul Wraith. Cannot have non-Morgul attachments while the One Ring is
Alright,
exhausted.
we have an Nazgul.
Yeah. Morgul Wraith gets -30 engagement cost and gains immune to player card effects.
You there?
Oh, what is going on today? Why?
Technical problems.
Hang
Oh,
on.
goodness.
Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I have no idea what's going on with Discord and Octagon. Clearly, Sauron's influence has reached beyond the Marshes today.
Sauron's reach.
He's been down the gym over Christmas and he's swole and jacked. He's like, stop destroying my quest. I'm going to try one way or the other. Okay, so how do we do? That's a 4.
Got this Nazgul, and now we have to reveal another card, I believe.
Do we? I've cancelled the first one. Oh yeah, from this.
It's in the seat. Yeah.
Alright. Surge Doom 1, attach to the current quest. Counts the condition attachment with the text. Force at the end of the refresh phase. Place 1 Mire token on each location in the staging area, then discard Creeping Marshes. Doomed 1.
I think I forgot to put one last turn on that guy.
Okay. Yeah, it should have 1.
And...
Okay.
Fate.
That's your card, isn't it? Still. No. Probably my card. Because this first player probably has to eat the peril when you're doing that. So attach to a hero you control. Counts the condition attachment with the text force. After a character you control is destroyed, raise your threat by 2. It's not going to matter. Do you want that on him? Whoa! Here they come. So we make 14 progress.
The good thing is we'll have no locations in the staging area for this creeping marshes to hit.
Yeah. So I calculate that, and then I can discard 2 cards to get us through.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I do. So look at this. I'm discarding 2 copies of Peace and Thought.
You've discarded all 3 copies of this game.
I know.
That's remarkable.
We haven't needed it, though. So that puts us through, which means that doesn't trigger, which is key.
Right. All right.
And then we're at stage 3A. Don't look at the lights. For a moment, the water below him looked like some window, glazed with grimy glass through which he was peering. Wrenching his hands out of the bog, he sprang back with a cry. "There are dead things, dead faces in the water," he said, with horror. The 2 towers. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for an undead enemy and puts it into play engaged with him. Shuffle all locations in the victory display into the encounter deck. Now is a good time for Hidden Way. So I would like a Groping Dead.
I'll take a Candle Bearer just to get it out of the encounter deck.
Okay.
Do you get to draw a card? You still do. That's
I
crazy.
do, yes, because of Pippin. I drew Heed the Dream. And then 3B?
Let me shuffle these back in the counter deck.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll read that and do that. So this needs 24 progress tokens. Gollum laughed. "The dead marshes. Yes, yes, that is their names," he cackled. "You should not look in when the candles are lit." The 2 towers. While any player is engaged with an undead enemy, progress cannot be placed on this stage. The players cannot defeat this stage unless the first player controls Smeagol. If the players defeat this stage, they win the game. Let's do it.
Let's defeat the stage.
Let's defeat the stage. Shall we travel to the fens?
Raise your threat by 1.
Okay. You want to fight a Nazgul?
Nope.
Wimp.
Actually, I probably could. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And plus you get a boost off Sam again.
Right, now he's attacking for like 8. I think 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Attacking for 8.
Sweet. Although you can't cancel one of the shadow cards, so that's going to be the interesting thing here. That'll be fun.
True. A little excitement.
I will defend this with Bilbo Baggins, as amazing as that is, and cancel the shadow effect. Deal 1 damage to the defending character. It would have killed him.
Nice.
Actually, it wouldn't.
I could have
Bilbo
rosied
Pony. Yeah, he could rosy too. Okay, I'm done. You have no cards in hand, so there's no point even showing your hand, really.
Yeah. Aristor is defending the Nazgul.
Nothing.
No shadow. But I take 1 damage. And then I will use a Lumbus to ready and heal. Even though it's not optimum. Defend again.
Nothing.
Take damage again. And then
I've got Psycho Killer Folko coming
nice.
from beyond the grave. He went back to the Shire, but the memories of his combat prowess are influencing Frodo there and helping him to kill the hand.
Jabbing it with his pipe. Sam alone kills the Candlebearer and readies. And Rosie puts him up to 10. Ooh, Morgul Wraith is 13. 10, 11, 12. And then I'll use Pram on Gildor, get to 14.
I ain't afraid of no Wraith. Could have took the other one as well. No, you couldn't.
Not cool.
All right, and then there's no undead, there's no mire, so we can roll home. Roll out of the marshes, I hope.
I hope so.
So I will
There's no
pass
Wraiths in the encounter deck anymore either.
all of that to you. And I'll give you control. Seems like I didn't draw a card again, so I'm just going to do that. Not get my resources either. You get an extra card from Bilbo?
Yep, thanks. Another Legacy Blade on Sam. Song of Hope on Pippin, maybe?
Sounds good.
Dunedain Remedy on Bilbo. Good
Thanks.
meal on Pippin. And I'm awfully close to decking myself. So I'll draw one more.
Okay, I'm going to do Heed the Dream. And we could even use your leadership resources to grab something if we want it. But I think with the end of the game close, in fact, that's a free event. I don't need to pay for it. We'll take another one of them. So I've got all 3 copies in hand at the end of the game, and I'll Shire Folk to go down by 4. And that looks pretty good. On Darren's Runes, why not? Hennemarth or Resourceful. I don't need that Resourceful. Let's have a look at the card that we're going to be facing. Okay.
Let's do it.
Quest out and win. Quest phase.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Guildhall's Council. 1 card. Questing up against 7. Can we get out of here in one fell swoop? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A bit of a weak ending from the Hobbits here.
Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 6, 17, 18, 22, 24. Do I have enough? Maybe not.
24.
I don't think we do.
24 plus my 8.
Yep.
It's 32. So we're looking at 25 progress.
It's not quite enough.
How much do we need?
Song of Hopes.
Song of Hope. 1, 2.
We need 29. So that's 26, and then I'll do 3.
So 37 I think we're on. And you can even discard cards, although you don't have any. Oh, you
I have
can?
1.
Yeah, you have 1. Yeah, so 38. Because you can discard to this.
Yep.
And we
So
steamroll that.
38 to
31.
7 is 31 progress. 4 here, and 27 here.
Control C.
Nicely built on
Did
your
it.
decks.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. The Marshes, got crushed.
Looking a little scary there. We were at the beginning when we had so many enemies out, but got control going, and Sam started chewing through enemies.
Yep. Yeah, it was looking a bit worrying, wasn't it, around that time when there were 4 or 5 undead up there.
And the computer started glitching.
Yeah, I did think at that point, like, maybe we need to restart this one, which is a bit of a shame because it was going quite well.
Yeah.
But we got through it. So now we can move on to something even more exciting, which I've been looking forward to for about 2 years. Which
That was like
Journey
the
to the
first one we
Crossroads.
started, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll just finish this one up. So, resolution. Each player must choose either take a permanent +2 starting threat penalty or earn 1 copy of the Searching Eye. Record each player's choice in the campaign log. You are the first player. What are you going to choose?
I choose both.
You both?
No. I'll take the
mode.
threat, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to take the threat. I've never actually got this far in a solo campaign, to be honest, so I'm going to take the threat. Because I think that Searching Eye is something that can probably turn a game. Whereas the threat, you're dealing with it.
My recent campaigns took the threat, and then I wish I hadn't by the end, just because you can just gamble or restart your game if you draw that Searching Eye. And the threat hurts every single game, especially near the end. But at least you can work around it and plan for it.
Yeah, I can build around that, whereas building around Searching Eye is annoying. Alright, and then there's some text here. The Marshes were at an end, dying away into dead peats and wide flats of dry cracked mud. The land ahead rose in long shallow slopes, barren and pitiless, towards a desert that lay at Sauron's gate, the 2 towers. We go forward into Ithilien.
We just did that.
Nope, this is a different part of Ithilien.
Right.
Should be good?
I'm happy to get back to this. This is fun. Thanks.
Thanks for joining for the game, and I guess we'll see you in the next video.
Soon. Sooner than 10 months.
Mm-hmm. Promise. Decks are ready. All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.